living next door to Serpent Mound, what is that like?
Yeah.
'Cause your property is incredible.
Yeah, it is amazing. I mean, obviously, we live inside the meteor crater.
Yes.
Serpent Mound is inside of a meteor crater. For those that aren't aware, it has a federal designation. Serpent Mound is designated as a National Historic Landmark, but the crater is designated as a natural landmark. So it's called the Serpent Mound Crypto Explosive Area Natural National Landmark. And there is a marker for it. It's at Woodland Altars, if anybody wants to know, which is on the other side of the crater from where Serpent Mound is. The crater is about 5 miles in diameter, and Woodland Altars is kind of on the northeast side of the crater, and that's where that marker ended up. I have no idea. It was designated in 1980. Okay. And Serpent Mound is kind of on the southwest side of the crater. And so I live in the crater. Our property borders Serpent Mound. So
I have to say,
a little inside scoop. We have a video coming out. We made a DVD with Tom Johnson.
Oh yeah,
Tom and Terry from House of Fake Ops, and Tom brought us on a tour. We filmed the whole thing. Jeff actually has some imagery and some credits in the video, but that's coming out real soon. And shout out to Tom and Terry.
Yeah.
But it's Tom goes through the
He's one of the best experts on the crater.
Absolutely. And
I was about to say,
blown away by his knowledge about that impact crater.
I never knew there was an impact crater in Ohio. And I would say, unless you live around there, a fair majority of people have no idea.
Yeah, there's no signage. Right. Like when you're driving into it or driving through it. Friends of Serpent Mound actually engaged with the Ohio Department of Transportation and was beginning to develop that signage, and then they sort of stopped. But it's kind of been kicking around in the back of our minds that maybe we should try again and put up some signage so that when you descend into the crater, you're entering the Serpent Mound Crypto Explosive Area, you're leaving the crater, that kind of thing. Because most people don't know. It's hard to see. It's so big that you can't really just go to one place to view it.
Right.
And I mean, you can see it from an area. I think we have a slide where I show, I did a LiDAR map of the crater, and we can show that later.
Perfect. I've been to the crater impact out southwest. Right.
The one in Arizona.
It's like a mile across.
Right. It's much smaller. So this is bigger.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. It's so funny to think, wow, obvious it's here.
Yeah.
It's even bigger. It's it's less obvious.
It's a lot of electromagnetic anomalies. There's weather patterns that kind of are different inside the crater versus outside the crater, which is broke my brain.
There have been far more scientific studies done by geologists of the crater in terms of, like what you said, they did electromagnetic field measurements, gravitational changes, measuring that stuff, looking at, they did coring to figure out that it was a meteor crater because nobody knew what it was. There have been more studies by geologists done of the crater than archaeologists have done of Serpent Mound, for sure.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, by far.
You would not expect that.
Yeah, there's been very, very few archaeological studies done. But
way more people know about Serpent Mound than they do the impact crater.
That's right. Yeah,
by far.
You're talking about two different groups of people that are interested, though.
That's right.
As far as the public being interested in one site and the scientific community and historical aspect looking at it.
And how long?
Yeah, I've tried to sort of help that along. I've given many public presentations specifically about the crater. I think much of the material probably that Tom Johnson covered was stuff that was in my original presentation, but he's been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
He's pretty well versed in it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. That day of shooting was so much fun with Tom. We just took us on a magical mystery tour of all around the Serpent. And a lot of those places I had never been to. The graveyard where you can see the upheaval.